If you get a speeding ticket, you owe it to yourself to use Off the Record. Click the link in the description to find out more. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the audio system demo of the 2022 Toyota Tundra and its 12-speaker JBL audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the new infotainment system works, take a look at sound controls, audio adjustments, speaker locations, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, then get out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while rolling. I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. I've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. Also, if you're sick of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can request custom copyrighted tracks for us to play on these sound system demos. You get to hear those exclusive all to members, all while supporting Daily Motor. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at the truck. Completely redone for 2022, sharp new Toyota Tundra. This is one of the top trims. It's a platinum, so it's got all the bells and whistles. This thing has been a great pleasure to drive around Texas here. We've got some other videos on the Tundra, and of course we'll be getting more once we get it back to our headquarters in Michigan. But if you do want to see those, check the links in the description. This one's coming with the 6.5-foot bed crew cab. That's what I like to see. I like this color too. This is probably my ideal Tundra spec. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Toyota completely went to the drawing board for this infotainment system. They sent it out to a new kind of sub-company of Toyota, and they did such a good job with it. We reviewed it in the Lexus NX, and we've seen it here as well. For some reason, the wireless charger doesn't seem to be quite as effective, however. Either way, you can see how quick, oops, there's a little sneak peek to CarPlay there. You can see how quick everything responds. Very nice, very good to use. Let's go to menu, or media, and then go back, because to adjust sound, you gotta go to settings, sound and media. You got an auto sound levelizer, so as you get going faster, it's gonna change the music, make it louder. And then treble, mid-range, bass, and your standard front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. Let's go through treble, mid-range, and bass. For audio controls in the new Tundra, you have a nice volume knob here. It's actually got some clicks. First time in a Toyota vehicle I've had volume knob clicks. It's easy to grab, good placement. You also have volume on the left side of the steering wheel. Track selection, unfortunately no physical control for that, so you gotta either use touchscreen or the steering wheel, or technically you can use voice controls as well. For audio inputs in the new Tundra, you've got your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, USB-A, and built-in Apple Music and Amazon Music streaming. There may be Spotify in the future, but nothing yet. What does that mean you're missing? Well, no USB Type-C and no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack. Speaker locations, as I said, this is a 12-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left of the door, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the back, you've got 8, 9, 10, 11. And behind the seat, if I can, oh, is it right here? Ugh. Come on. Come on. Man, how did that? There we go. Did not want to release. You've got your JBL subwoofer back there making 12. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay demonstrations. Start off with CarPlay. As you saw, we've already got that connected. It takes up the whole screen. So it looks good, but you do lose a lot of other functionality. There's your home screen there. Maps aren't loading where we're at in Texas right now, but there's your Apple Music settings screen. It does look really good, I gotta tell you. Very efficient screen there. All right, how about Android Auto? Let's get it paired up. There you go, Android Auto coming up. And this is one of the few times Android Auto actually works a little bit better than CarPlay because you've got this little split screen. So if I go to Title Music, for example, got Title, but then still have some maps over there. So I could do a little bit of navigation and have some information come up on the side. So that is nice to have. What else? There's YouTube Music here. Saw Google Maps. Come on. Taking a little while to load up, so we'll skip that and go down to Settings. All right. Let's get this thing out on the road and listen to these tracks while we're moving. sound quality is good from the speakers. My only qualm is the mixing. It's a little too aggressive from those three mid-range speakers right up in the front. You notice it some with this song, especially as it picks up. It's when music gets really complex, it sounds messy. And even if you turn the mid-range down, it helps. But there's just a lot of sound and a lot of noise coming from that mid-range, and it gets a little harsh on the ears. Toyota they do that a lot with their JBL systems. I don't quite understand why. It only sounds good pretty much for talk radio and easy listening, simple type music. But you turn up something more complex, and there's too much going on in the mid-bands. For this next one, let's test out that subwoofer. About 15 seconds in or so, we'll turn the bass all the way up. subwoofer, a little bit less from the door woofers, but overall, it sounds pretty darn good. Looks like we are going to come up to some stop and go traffic here, so it's not going to be quite as honest of a sound test as usual, but you got to work with what we got. My thoughts on the 12-speaker JBL audio system here in the 2022 Tundra. It's good. It's really solid. It doesn't wow me the way the B&O Unleashed system did in the Ford, but it's a little bit more like the standard B&O system in the F-150, and probably just about the same in terms of a tier level as the Ram system, the Ram Harman Kardon. So I'd be giving it a B. Certain songs, it sounds really good, but you can tell they boosted the bass a little bit, tried to kind of create a wow factor, if you will. And like I said, if you really like to jam loud, complex type music, you're going to notice a little bit of that mid-range harshness that I don't really appreciate. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the new Tundra, check the links in the description. We've got a few more videos coming up here soon. And of course, we'll have even more once we get the truck back at DMHQ. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.